cool being around people that understand what you're trying to do and are really pushing you and to strive and be excellent. And that's what I feel like I've surrounded myself with.
I always tell people, that's the #1 tip. People ask me, how do I get big legs? The first thing I always say is get a good training partner.
Stay tight, keep that bar pulled down. I'll get you out of the bottom if you need it. Come on. Yep.
But that's the reality of it. All the rest is secondary to that as well too. Same as every body part. You know, you need great execution, you need great effort, you need to progress to heavy loads. But if you don't have a good training partner, it's never going to happen. You're never going to have world-class legs.
His taper and his waistline, it's just so much more streamlined this time. Just see how far we can push him mentally in the diet, because I know he can push himself mentally in the gym.
All right, guys, so just got done banging out a hell of a leg workout here at Destination with Gabe and Blaine. They're both pros. Blaine actually went pro at Junior USA's. That was the first time we met and became friends, and I'm actually crashing in his apartment this weekend because this guy's house isn't done yet. So segue into a little random thought, but this weekend is really what I love about what I do. You know, I got to come up here, train at 3 badass gyms, Fox, Fort Worth Fieldhouse, and Destination. Got to see a bunch of good friends of mine, got to make some new friends, train with new friends, you know, crush food, and, you know, just everyone, it's really good motivation, you know, coming here and, you know, everyone understanding what I do, because, you know, like, not everyone understands what I do. A lot of my friends don't really get, like, if I'm leaving the house for more than 3 hours, I need to take a lunchbox with 2 meals and this, that, and another in it, and it's just, it's cool being around people that understand what you're trying to do.
All right, so we got leg day today. So you'll see a lot of the same movements that we're normally doing. Same as the last 2 days. We got Hunter here, you know, so we had a little bit of dialogue on the way over as far as, you know, what he's good to do, what he really wants to do, and that's how every leg workout's going to go together. So we're good with the start that we've had pretty similar. We're going to start with seated leg curls, smash those into the ground. That'll probably be at least 2 or 3 working sets there.
Push, push, come on, buddy, come on. Drive, come on. Drive, come on. There you go. Easy. Now you're working. Come on.
Go to safety bar squats, and again, kind of always playing that by ear. Most likely 1, you know, if we're feeling crazy, 2 top sets.
Drive. Drive. Go. Foot. Good arm. Let's go. Drive. Drive.
Probably like 45 minutes ago now. Pretty messed up afterwards. Needed to eat and sit for a second. But yeah, we did standing calves into seated hamstring curls, into leg extensions, into a safety squat with the prime incline boards, which I really like. It helps bias the quad even more. What that board does is, if you notice without that board, if I get down into that depth and I have my knees out over my toes like they were, you see how my ankle's not mobile enough to do that and it ends up coming off the ground? That's a very unstable position to be squatting anything, and let alone, you know, what we had on the bar. So, you know, back squats are great. I back squatted, you know, week in, week out for probably 4 or 5 years straight, but at the point that I'm at, you know, if I'm training quads, I want to bias my quad a lot more, so I'll squat on that safety squat bar, which is like a front squat, and another benefit of that is, you know, been talking about how tuned up my shoulders are. I don't have to get my arms back and underneath that bar, so that safety squat's a lot easier on my injuries right now that I'm dealing with too.
Go, Hunter, get up, relax, come on. Go. Good, come on. Come on. Come on, come on. Up. Come on, come on. The inside, come on. The inside, come on. Come on, let's go, buddy. Come on. Push that motherfucker. Up, come on, come on. Up, there you go. Come on. Come on. The inside, come on, come on. Show them how it's done. Show them how it's done. There you go.
Big proponent of that, and then after we got done with that, went outside and lunged because it was a beautiful day. It was like 75 and sunny. Can't ask for much more than that. So went outside and did some walking lunges, worked up to 185, and then crawled my ass inside, and here we are. Of October in Texas. 55 degrees this morning, like 80 degrees right now. Don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes. All right, let's finish this shit up.
You done?
Quarter on each side. You know, coming down this home stretch, really, you know, body's responding well. You know, had a high day yesterday and I woke up half a pound heavier than I did fasted yesterday. And so it's a great sign that my body's turning and burning everything. And, you know, was very tight today as opposed to, you know, just like big and full. So definitely used up all the food, and I'm really excited about where we're sitting, man. I just, I'm really excited. It's getting, you know, hard to sleep, hard to think about anything else. It's been working 7 years for this shit, and you know, it's three weeks from now I get to take my first stab at it. So it's a pretty cool feeling to know that it's all coming to a head.
All right, guys, so that is leg day. Like we kind of said ahead of time, I think we ended up sticking to, you know, the original game plan of seated leg curls, safety bar squats, leg extensions, and walking lunges. And like I said before, it's not rocket science to write down those 4 exercises on paper. And I think honestly we did pretty much 2 working sets everywhere, except leg extensions. We technically did 1 working set. Lunges we did kind of all of them were hard-ish, and then the last 2 were really hard. Extended them with some body weight stuff, which you'll see. The thing to look at is the way we ever did everything, how far we took everything, the context of the workout as well too. Is both Hunter and I are 4 weeks-ish, 4 weeks and a day out. So for those of you that compete, you know what that means. The last time that you want to really hit legs hard, you're not really in the mood for it. You're not really in the mood for anything. So to actually get in, get it done, and have some decent volume is a big accomplishment, honestly. It's like this workout next week, maybe 1 more after that. You got some hard leg workouts in it. Then the last week, last 10 days, 2 more. Yeah, 2 more hard leg workouts. The last 10 days or so, there's a point when you realize that your calories are so low, you can actually dig that hole a little bit deeper, but this isn't that time. This is the time to still push as hard as possible. So definitely a good feeling to get that one under the belt. Definitely fun as hell to train with Hunter and Bryce. Same as anything, everybody that says, people that say they train as hard as they can possibly train and train by themselves have one thing in common. None of those people have ever had good training partners. Once you've trained with good training partners, one of the best things too is once you've trained with somebody like Hunter, I've luckily trained with a lot of people that are bigger and stronger and some crazy athletes. And luckily I've trained with a lot of people that train hard as hell too, so a combination of both. It's awesome, man. It doesn't matter how mentally strong you are. Some of it's a matter of semantics of forced reps, and the other of it is people telling you to do more sets, more reps than you would want to do on your own. And I always tell people that's the number 1 tip. People ask me, how do I get big legs? The first thing I always say is get a good training partner, which deflates some people because that's not the answer they want to hear. But that's the reality of it. All the rest is secondary to that as well too. Same as every body part. you know, you need great execution, you need great effort, you need to progress to heavy loads. But if you don't have a good training partner, it's never going to happen. You're never going to have world-class legs. You can have good legs for working out the YMCA, but if your goal is to have world-class legs, it's literally impossible. So honestly, great workout. Hopefully that content all came out looking really good because we pushed everything pretty damn far, and it was pretty damn hard. There's some of those reps at the end just feeling like the gas tank is literally on zero. So this is one of those workouts, hopefully. Of course, always look at the form we're using. A couple little form tips here and there, not a whole lot, but at 4 weeks out, that's where you guys, again, if you're going to get something from this workout, it's looking at the effort that was put in. And again, especially if you've never competed, you don't quite understand what 4 weeks out feels like. Just imagine it sucks. And for those of you that do compete, you know how big of a accomplishment it feels like to know that you went into the workout and gave it everything.
All right, guys, so about to drive back to Blaine's apartment and pack up my little explosion that I have in his living room, and then hopefully drive back to Houston cramp-free and not fall asleep while driving. I'm gonna get out of here, and I will catch up with y'all next weekend in Houston. Appreciate y'all following along.